welcome back to Up the Villa podcast, and welcome to Transfer Hub, your home of Villa news, rumours, signings, you name it, you'll find it here on this channel. So if you can hit a like on this video, let's have a like target of 600 likes. Subscribe if you are new, and as always, comment your thoughts down below. But before we get into it, Tyrone Mings, bad news. I think it's the news that we all really expected. I think Buendia was completely out of the blue, whereas this Mings one, he looked bad from day one, didn't it? When any player leaves a football pitch on a stretcher, it's bad news. So, yeah, he's going to be receiving surgery, which again feels a lot worse than the Buendia one. I can't remember whether he was having surgery, but this one feels bad. It feels long. It feels like there's a long road to recovery with this one. So, I wish him all the best, and hopefully he makes a great recovery and we see him soon in a Villa shirt. But I think I just want to send my best wishes to Mings anyway, and hopes that he recovers well. It does put our defence in a bit of a tricky position now, where which direction do we go in, and how are we playing? I think that's still a bit up in the air with the defence from the lineup that we saw against Newcastle. So are we sticking with that? Are we going to go with 3 centre halves? Do we need to recruit a centre half? Personally, I think we probably do. I think we need to have cover there, because I think now we've only got 3 plus Chambers. But we're linked with a left back, and we're linked with Marcos Acuña from Seville, a Argentinian international who's won the World Cup with Argentina. And the first point that I would like to make is we need some leaders. We need a leader coming from somewhere, because Tyrone Mings is an absolute colossus leader for Aston Villa. So you take that out of this squad, we are missing an integral leader to this team on and off the pitch, and it has to be replaced in this window. I said it with the Buendia, and I didn't feel like I'd have to be saying this, but it felt like it was a big player, and it feels like with Mings now being out of it, we're lacking that leader. So I think it needs to be replaced. And like I said, with the Buendia one, the best timing is the fact that the window's still open, and I think the fact that the window is still open again is the biggest blessing in all of this, because we can still go out and replace. If this was in September, oh my days, don't want to think about it. So we link with Marcos Acuña, a left back, very, very aggressive, very hungry to win the ball back, which is a delight for me. He is a pressing left back. He's tenacious. And the biggest part of this as well is that, like Moreno, he can do damage further forward as well. So he offers that versatility, that presence in which we need from our left back. Part of me is thinking potentially maybe this does mean that we are shifting the shape more heavy on the left, more compact and solid as a 3 at the back. Maybe we are going to enforce that. Maybe we're going to see a shift of Konsa to right back and Carlos Pau, maybe something like that. Maybe it's difficult to sort of have a vibe on this and say, why are we signing a left back? Why are we signing if we still don't know what we are going to do currently in this window? So for me, we know we're heavy on that left-hand side. He's 31. We need leaders. We need a vast amount of experience now. And I think for how he plays, I think it would be a big plus point to this side. So if we take a look at the stats on general Transfer Hub fashion, and we'll try and get a real player profile on Marcos Acuña. So we can see last season he had a rating of 7.01, which is my benchmark for any player joining Aston Villa. If it's a 7, I'm happy. We can see the heat map. You can see predominantly heavy at left back, but heavy straight across that line down there. Very, very heavy as well. We can see that he scored 3 goals. He got 2 assists. His accuracy per game was 81%. In his own half, 86%. Opposition half, 66%. Defending, this is where he starts to come into his own. Tackles per game, 1.9. Clearances per game, 1.1. Successful dribbles, 53%. And this is the big one. Total duels won, 59%. Ground duels won, 58%. Aerial duels won, 63%. So a very aggressive, a very tenacious player that can dribble with the ball, can keep the ball, and wants to win the ball back. So that side of the things I really like. He's a World Cup winner. His market value is at 10 million. If you see his stats per 90, we have progressive passes received, 4.05. Tackles, 2.82. Interceptions, 1.04. Aerial, 1.20. Clearances, 1.65. And then if we have a look at his who scored, his strengths are his crossing, very strong, passing, very strong, dribbling, very strong, key passing, strong, taking a set piece is strong, holding onto the ball, strong, and discipline is a weakness. Now, I'm saying that is a strength to me because I want someone in this team who is aggressive and wants that ball back and will put a tackle in. And that's what I want. So his style of play, likes to play long balls, likes to cross, likes to dribble, and commits fouls often. So Villa fans, let me know your thoughts on Marcos Acuña. I like it. We've got to say, pinch of salt, because we don't know what this current side is now going to look like come the end of this window. The more I think of Zaniolo, the more I like that one as well. An unpredictability, a stature, a presence. He too has an aggressive nature in him as well. He offers something slightly different on that right-hand side, can drift inside as well, can play as a support shadow striker as well. I really like the vibe of that one. The one thing that I'm going to end this episode on is that I now want Unai Emery players in this team. I want Emery players that fit this system, that are completely Emery players, and that is what I think we need. I think we're going to be very, very busy now. I imagine there's going to be more rumours and more links that start to come out as well. But for me, Tyrone Mings has to be replaced with a leader. We need leaders in this team now, especially across that defensive unit. We need the leaders in there. We need an attacking midfielder. We need a winger / attacking player. We need a striker to come in as well. We need a centre-back. We need potentially a right-back. It's going to be busy, but we need it. We really, really need it. So, Villa fans, let me know your thoughts. Up the Villa.